two participants. Got it. So thank you everybody for being here and choosing this event for today and sharing your presence, your energy, and who you are with us and with me. I respect it a lot. Here we are going to have a small group consciousness, which is very important for the meditation, which will take place towards the end of the presentation. So today's presentation is about belief systems. I will start with myself first to present who I am. I am a Greek. I'm just going to move this one from here. I don't know where. I'm a Greek of Hungary. I have a mother. I'm a mother of a 12-year-old son. I have some degrees to play with, but right now I'm focusing on theta healing. I'm a theta healing instructor and practitioner. I will talk about theta healing later on just a bit. And my strength is that I can somehow connect, help the person to connect him or herself to the inner light, what he or she has within, and just to give a push rather than a nice move to start to go a bit deeper inside him or herself and connect the source energy which is within the person. And I think if we step on that path, then we will have an easier way of living life, and we can connect with other people better and with a high vibration. So I'm just trying to. Yes, I would have a quick review for the previous presentation I had the last month, which was about self-observation. I collected some data sources, let's call it that way, which define us in a so-called basic level, though it doesn't seem basic, but I would just give this name, this category. I introduced three different approaches. Like one was based on the appearance, gender. You can see the first column on the left on the screen, which the information which come from these sources will just shape us and define us, the way we see ourselves on the surface, the religion, what we believe in, the language, what we speak, the way the language, it has its structure, it gives us a way how to think, the culture, the customs, even the family values, all those give us a framework. They place us in a like a board game, that these are the rules to play with. Then family members and other people whom we meet during our lifetime, from being born until today, until this moment, will shape us again. How they think of us, how they feel about us, what we talk with them. All those things affect us. Either we are conscious or we are not conscious of that. And as much as we know ourselves, depending on how much we know ourselves, the information what we receive will more or less affect us. If we don't know how we function, if we are not clear on what are our thoughts and feelings about ourselves and about our purposes, about our life, then thoughts of others and feelings of others could just affect us in a way that might not serve our highest and best. So it is always important to have self-observation, because that is the first step towards becoming more conscious. Until we don't observe ourselves, how we think, how we feel, how we act in different situations, or just being alone, then we don't have a visual on what is going on within ourselves. And when we start to recognize events or thoughts patterns which reappear and appear and reappear again and again, then we can see that, oh, okay, I'm repeating these actions. Oh, I'm thinking again the same, and I'm doing the same based on what I think and feel. Then you will have the chance to stop and make a different choice, not to follow the path you used to, but to try out something new. So all this starts with self-observation. And when you self-observe, you can distance from the old patterns, but it takes time. It needs repetition. It needs dedication that I want to see myself more. And we need to be patient with ourselves, because just like a muscle, it needs repetition in our brain muscles, just to get adjusted to this new way of being. So today's subject is about belief systems. Whatever I've mentioned here affect what we believe. As if I go back again, where we live, the language, the neighbors, the work, what we have, the friends, all this information which we encounter come and enter us and affect how we think, how we feel, and what we believe. Until you don't start to self-observe, you are inside of these flows of information. When you start to self-observe, then you can distance and distinguish between these informations. But the picture of this event was like, beliefs are not facts. What does it mean? When we grow up, whatever we hear from our parents, we fully believe them, 200%, that's the truth, the absolute truth, and nothing else but the truth. And later on, the adults we meet, still being children or child or teenagers, we tend to believe whatever is being told. We are in a way naive. Why not to believe them? No, we start not to believe them when we just encounter situations which prove us the opposite. I would like you, all of you, or who is interested, to have a piece of paper and a pen or pencil, because a bit later I would like to engage you in a small exercise, if you wish. So when you hear things like only with hard work you can get what you want, or if you behave well, you are respected, accepted, loved. No, if you do this, my child, I love you so much. You did this you did the housework. But if you don't do it, then I don't love you. In many households, even though it might not be communicated, but that is the feeling what the children get if they don't behave the way they are expected to behave, or if they don't follow rules or whatever is being taught to them. Or how many times we can hear from parents that if you do wrong, or if you don't behave well, the master will come and take you. We put some images into our children's brain in order to manipulate them the way we want them to be, that will later on result in false beliefs, like I have to be good, otherwise something bad will happen to me, because there was a repetition of such messages like if you do wrong, then something bad will happen. Then there are some customs like in gypsy culture, for example, and most probably in many other cultures all around the world, elderly people are highly respected. So whatever they believe or think, younger generations must accept as real, as true, and the way to follow, because elderly people, they have the experience, they live their lives, so they should be right. So even though you might have a different way of thinking, a different opinion, out of respect, you will follow their advices or opinions. Or when you hear that pink is for girls, no, a man should never wear a pink shirt, and blue is for boys. Yeah, that is very for men. Well, who said so? I don't know. Somewhere I saw, I don't know if it is true or false, but once I saw a video on Facebook maybe, that it was back in time, vice versa. The blue was for the girls, and actually pink would be used for the boys as well. So it's very tricky. When you think of these are information you receive while being brought up, and you take them as truth, as facts. For example, how many times have you heard that this is the life protocol? You go to school, you get your degree, get a good degree, get a university, it is the better. Then you get a job. You have to work 8 hours a day for 5 days a week. Otherwise, you will not succeed. Or by the age of 30, get married, my son, have children. No. Otherwise, what will the others think? You won't be a useful person of the society. And young men tend to think that if they don't follow up on this advice, then they won't be accepted by the society. Or you must go to church every week. If you don't go, then I don't know, you're going to have your ticket to heavens. Or many times you cannot cross the road. You can cross the road only if the light turns green. With this, of course, we need frameworks. Frameworks are very important to have, generally speaking, security. Well, if nothing is there, no one is coming, why shall I wait? Or if it is an emergency, then shall I not cross the road because somebody has fallen, is on the street and the truck is coming? So it's important to think, not only accept everything without questioning. Another good one is authority rules. Authority rules our lives. The government will tell us, the local authority will tell us, the politician will tell us, the lawyers will tell us. Like whoever has the authority is considered to be half God. They have the knowledge, and nobody questions if it serves the highest and best everybody in every case. Or the other one is like obey, otherwise you are lost, you are excluded, deprived of rights, and you could continue. So at this point, I would like to do this small exercise with you, if you wish. I would just give you a couple of minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, to think of such kind of good advices, or what you remember, like, oh, my father used to tell me this. Oh, my mom used to tell me that my uncle, or if anything which might come to your mind, and I ask the creation to help us with this process right now, just take your time, and whatever pops up into your mind right now as a kind of good advice to follow up on, and you never questioned, or you might have questioned but never try to go against, just take your time and just write down some of those if you wish. I will give some time for you to reflect on it, because in many cases we just follow the voices in our heads, thinking that those thoughts are ours, but maybe they are not. Maybe those are just being told and repeated by teachers, peers, by relatives, by loved ones, husbands, wives, lovers, or you are repeating the same things to your children, which you wanted to avoid, but then realize that you do the same. So, the question is, why do you believe in these kind of information out of respect, out of tradition, out of negligence, you are not interested, out of ignorance, you have never thought of it, out of fear, if you think, if you have your own way of thinking, then you will be punished maybe for that, or out of what? Of course, there are many information which serve us, which help us to survive, to get to our to reach our objectives. But there are many which we just follow up on, but in practice they block us from reaching our highest potential, or they block us to have a faster path, no faster way to get where we want to. So why do you believe in them? And why do you accept them? Because if you reflect on these questions later on, then you might discover where you give your powers away to your parents, just to meet the expectations, to your peers, to your friends, just to look better. No. And that all these actions, like giving your powers away, you just weaken yourself. Remember, you have the ability to think. You are a thinking creature. You have the freedom to think. Everybody has free agency, free will. So if you want to have chocolate ice cream, you can have it. If you don't have it, it's either based on circumstances, they don't sell it right now, but if you don't have it, then you chose not to have it for whatever reason. So you have the choice. You always have a choice. Even in the worst situations, you have a choice what to do. Why you choose something, that's another question. But with choice comes responsibility. Because whatever I choose, that was my choice, my decision, and whatever comes after, I am responsible for that. So we have the right to say no. You don't have to say this way, that, no. You can do it the nice way, just like in many Asian countries do. You use more words, a longer sentence, but the meaning of the sentence will be that practically, no, thank you, or maybe another time. But you have the right to express your feelings honestly when you do not wish to do something, or you just want to stay away from a certain situation. And of course, you have the right to say yes. If you want to make reality your dreams, you want to make your dreams reality, and you have to go after them. But what if your parents want you to become a doctor and you want to become an artist? So you have the right to say yes for your desires to becoming an artist, even though the consequences, what might be not that much in favor of the relationship what you have with your parents at that given moment. So you have the right to connect with or to yourself and embrace who you are, but it is you who needs to do this first step. And once you do that, then you will have the power to decide what you choose, what you believe in, what you accept as, okay, I agree with this, what is being told, or I disagree. Thank you very much for the information received. I respected it a lot, but I think that 40% I can accept or I can understand, but the other 60, no. And it is okay. Because when understanding exists, then we have respect as well. When we have respect, then we can have more freedom and more love and compassion towards each other. So that would have been a short presentation about belief systems. And as I mentioned, we are going to have a short Theta Healing based meditation. And free agency, free will is very important. because everything what is taking place in your life is based on free will. Theta healing is a modality which was created by an American lady, Venus Tybal. I really like this modality because it gives a framework which practically suits, according to my opinion, many other modalities. You can work together with different modalities. It is dogma free, so it is suitable for different religions to not combine, but you can work with this modality. And the aim is to connect the person with him or herself, and that way you are practically connected to creation. And once you are connected, then you can work on your mind, your body, and spirit at the same time with the method what the Theta healing provides, which is based on emotional and belief work. In Theta healing, we use downloads. What are downloads? When we connect to the space of unconditional love, which is taking place through talking to your left brain and bringing you up in a way to the space of unconditional love, we talk to the left side of the brain, which is the logical one, just to cheat on it. We are using, our aim is to put the brain into theta wave, which is the state when we are just about falling asleep or waking up, when the children are between the age of 2 and 7, and in hypnotization and in meditation as well. And when your brain is in theta, then you can connect to the information that is between the conscious and subconscious, practically to creation. Either you believe it or not, it's up to you. When I heard this information, I just said to myself, oh, yeah, I remember. I mean, for me, it's like, it's my truth. I don't need to be convinced of this. It works. Theta healing works with people who have belief in that we are not three-dimensional creatures, but the part of universal consciousness or source energy. So downloads, when we connect to this space, we form the download like asking for the definition of something, like definition of unconditional love. We, all of us here present, have our personal definition of what love is, but we have, I don't know, 9, 10 different perceptions of it, how the definition is and how it feels, because the way we were brought up, our life experiences will define how we feel about love and how we define it. But out in the space, just like the ancient Greeks mentioned, the perfect definition and how it feels is out there. So connecting to this space being there, downloads are being phrased like we would like to have the definition of something with the how it feels to be downloaded. And the person, based on his or her will, expressing it that, yes, loudly, I want this download, then is going to receive this download energetically. Me, I'm just observing it. I'm not doing it. I'm just collecting the energies. I'm phrasing based on the energies and based on today's events, subject and group consciousness, the downloads which can support us with regard to this subject, what we talked about. I'm going to phrase it. I will ask for your permission to download it. If you say yes, I'm just observing how the space of unconditional love, life force provides you the information. Being provided the information, you energetically, each of you, will be upgraded. If you, according to your own scale, you are here with regard to self-love, then you will be upgraded maybe to here, where you are ready to be at. And that is going to take place. Your soul, your heart knows and feels what is true for it. So nothing bad could happen here, especially that intentions are good and spirit is always, your inner light knows what is true for him or herself, and you have the right to say no. So let's connect. And I would like Carmen to put the music on for the meditation. If Carmen,
Yeah, I'm here. I'll do it now. 1 second.
Yes, please, because the music coming from her laptop somehow sounds better. And I would like everybody who feels like to just have a snip of water before meditation, because water is information and it helps us feel into.
Actually, it doesn't let me share while you're sharing the screen.
I'm sorry, yes, you're right. So I stopped sharing the screen.
Well, maybe everybody gets a glass of water. Then
it would be also nice if you could share your screen. Like, I like really the video, which is behind the music. So
yeah. Okay. 1 second. Okay, so guys, just get your glass of water. Are you ready?
Yes. So please place yourself in a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Feel your body relax. Breathe in again through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Now I would like you to put your 2 fingers onto your forehead in the middle, touching your forehead. And then place your 2 fingers onto your heart in the middle of your chest. Now, with your eyes closed, but with your inner eyes open, look into your heart. And when your focus is on your heart, tell your heart 3 times in your mother tongue, I love you, I love you, I love you. Now feel its love, what it has for you. Have gratitude for your heart's work, which is done day and night, free of charge, just for you, from love. Now imagine that through your feet, you enter with your conscious, the energetic center of Mother Earth. The way I'm saying it, it is taking place. Being there in the energetic center of the earth, whatever color appears in front of you, or you feel it, or sense it, grab it with your mind, the way I'm saying it is taking place. Pull it up. It enters through your feet, your energetic field, your body. It turns all your chakras clockwise according to their space, cleans and harmonizes them. By your spine, your root chakra, your sacral chakra front and back, your solar plexus front and back. Relax your body again. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And comes your heart chakra, front and back. Your throat chakra, front and back. Your third eye chakra, front and back, and your corona chakra. And on the top of your head, a sphere appears, and you place your consciousness inside, and a piece of your heart consciousness. Now observe from within if its color has changed at all. Now imagine that we rise. We rise above the house in which you are, above the village or city or town. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. We rise higher. We are above the country, above the continent, and rise higher. We are above Mother Earth. Remember, we are together in this journey. It is safe to be here. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And we go higher. We can see our solar system. The way I'm saying it is taking place. And we rise and we go higher. We can see our galaxy, the Milky Way. And now expand. Expand into all directions. To the front, to the back, to the left, to the right, and up and down. Expand. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And we go higher. We can see all other universes and galaxies and worlds, and we expand. And now we go through different layers of lights. White lights, darker lights, white light again. Then we go through a golden-like layer, then a jelly-like substance, the color of the rainbow. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Remember, it is safe and we are together here. And now go higher and higher until you see a little twinkling white light, the color of the pearl, and it expands. It covers us, covers all our body. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Allow this light, which has a substance which is very light, to cover you, and breathe it in through your nose. Follow its way. See how it enters into your body, how it reaches each cells and goes up to DNA level. It cleans you, harmonizes you from within. And whatever is ready to be released with breathing out leaves your body. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. It is safe to be here because this is the space of unconditional love of everything, all that is. This is the space where downloads are being created. And I ask the creation to provide us with the downloads, what we need for today. Remember, you have the free agency of choice. Whatever you resonate with, you can accept, simply saying yes. And the download will come to you. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Let's see, what are the downloads for today? Thank you. Thank you, it's done, it's done, it's done. Would you like to know how it feels to be able to think? To think and have your own thoughts, regardless what others think of you. If you would like to have this download, just say yes. And it's coming down to you with receptors. Would you like to know how to distinguish between the thoughts of others and those of yours without mixing them up, or without thinking and believing that what other things belong to you? If you would like to have this download, say yes. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Relax. You are safe. Would you like to know how it feels to be supported by unconditional love in the way you live, you think, and you feel, without the constant fear of being judged and criticized? If you would like to have this download, say yes. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Rise a bit higher again. Allow the light of unconditional love of everything, all that is source energy, to cover you. Allow your brain to relax. Would you like to know how it feels to be able to relax your mind without the need to be on alert mode, like you need to be always ready with an answer? If you want this download, say yes. Would you like to know what is the difference between believing and thinking, without mixing up the two definitions, and how it feels to think something and how it feels to believe in something, without the energy of self-sabotage and without the energy of lying? Either you lie or others lie to you. If you want this download, just say yes, and it is coming to you. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Rise a bit higher, expand. Allow source energy to cover you. Would you like to know what the definition of unconditional love, about free will is? That it is possible to have free will. You are allowed to. And it is safe to have free will. And it is taking place. And you can allow yourself to have your own free will because you are entitled to. Would you like to know how it feels to have the right to have your own will? And you can choose whatever you think based on your free will. And it is safe and you are entitled to. If you want to have this without the energy of meeting constantly the needs and expectations of others. If you would like to have this download, say yes. Would you like to know that it is possible, how it feels to meet your own desires, and it is possible to do so based on your beliefs and your choices. And the universe supports in that too. It supports you in that too. If you'd like to have this download, say yes. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Relax. You are safe. Remember, you are part of creation. You are part of the consciousness of the universe because you are itself as well. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Relax. You are safe. Now imagine that the light of universal consciousness, unconditional love, source energy cleanse you once more. Breathe it in through your nose and breathe it out through your mouth. And the light comes down from source energy, the light of unconditional love. It enters your energetic field through your corona chakra, your body. It goes down, harmonizes you once more, goes down to your feet, connects you, grants you to Mother Earth. It turns back, goes up to your corona chakra. You have become grounded, but you still remain connected to the space of everything, all that is, of unconditional love. Now put your palms together, move them fast until they become warm. And when you feel it, place them on to your eyes. And when you feel ready, open your eyes into your palms and come back to the place, to the village, to the city, to the town, into the house, the room where you are. Have some water once ready to hydrate yourself, if you wish. And whenever Carmen is ready, then we can get back to the presentation. So we are waiting for Carmen to stop the recording, maybe.